Hey guys, I thought I would go ahead and make a short video showing you the spreadsheet. It's called raw test for now. All you got to do is open that. It's been shared with both of you. You'll notice that it opens up to a dashboard page, and I'm looking at the bottom here. I've locked it, but I mean it's just a reminder. So you'll see if you go to try to change a cell on here, it's going to give you a warning. So it's not that you can't change anything here. It's just that the problem is if you do change something, a lot of this stuff, as you can see up top, is formulas. So the data on this page is all dynamic. So if you take a look, you'll see that this is the personnel summary, active members, and the ratings for each jumper. Jump status, that's the total number of jumps, and all of this stuff on this page is for active jumpers, and I'll show you how that works. The equipment status, this is from the equipment page, how many chutes you have, how many are available, and how many have been checked out, and how many are due for repack within 2 weeks. And you can change this 2-week time here. You can see that in the formula 14 refers to the number of days. You can push it out as many days as you like. A list of the chutes that need repacks in the most urgent order. Certification status, this is sorted, the first is the top 7 people by the due date on their certification. Recurrency status, this goes and it checks to see how much time there is for this person based on their certification. And red is overdue, the slightly orangish is a watch, and the watch date I think is 2 weeks, something like that. Parachutes that have been checked out, if they are checked out with a checkout date, we can talk about that a little bit. It lists the people who have them and which one they have. And these are all dynamic. I'm going to show you how that changes in a second. Wing loading. This is interesting. You can change the range you want up here. So if I change the range from not 0.9 but 0.95, of course it's going to give me a warning, and for now we can just do that. Oh, there you go. So at a 193, and these are the canopy sizes based on the wing loading you have in the sheet. You can change the canopy size. And it gives you a list of jumpers who, based on their weight and their equipment weight, fall in that range. Also down here, these are from the personnel page. So you can pick any one of the items you have on that personnel page, and let's say you want to list everybody's hometown. There's everybody's hometown. Let's say you want to order it by hometown. You just unclick this box and it orders it by the property instead of the name. You click this box and it sorts it by the name. So let's see where it gets all this data from. So what I did is on the personnel sheet, I pulled pretty much everything that was associated with a person, including where they did demos and their certification and license. Instead of a checkbox, my recommendation is that we use a date. This will help in the future if you want to say, look up how long it takes somebody to advance on average from A to B or B to C, and that type of thing. I did put at the beginning in yellow here are jump numbers, and here are the date of the last jump. The reason for that is this is where somebody would go, unless we build something else, which I can do, and modify the number of jumps they have and their last jump date. That's the only place that anything would need to be changed on here, other than somebody's weight or somebody's gear weight, and that should say gear weight. You'll notice that the left has who's active. So take a quick look at the dashboard sheet. It's 23 active jumpers. Let's go to personnel. We'll do a quick check and we'll add 4 people. Go back to dashboard. Holy cow, now there are 27. And you notice that one of them is AFF because that included Brett in there. You'll also notice that the personnel item here, this is now listed by the new jumpers. So it includes Brett and JP and the others. It includes them for everything here, as a matter of fact. So if I go to a different wing load, so JP now is included in this and for that range on the wing load. If I go back to the personnel page and I unclick them, it removes them from anything. There's no more JP there. There's only 23 jumpers, that type of thing. This is interesting here. I put maximum jumps. It actually finds the name of the person. So let's say that for some reason Henry were not one of the active jumpers. Look at that. Molberg is actually the one that has the maximum number of jumps. We'll go back and include Henry. Because aside from this personnel item dropdown, you may want to just see those personnel items. I made a page that this page updates. If you look at the formula, it goes to that main personnel page and it just pulls the active jumpers. So if we go to personnel and we make all these people active again and go to that page, there it is. They're color coded by grade, and now they're included. You look at the jumps. This pulls data again only for active jumpers, and it calculates their recurrency date based on their certification and their last jump. This is where it pulls recurrency from for the first page. I'm going to go back to personnel. I'm going to unclick them. Certification. So I pulled all the certification information just for this one look. This is for all the certified jumpers, their license, their expiration, what their training is, and again, this would not be edited here. We'll lock this sheet. Let's say you want medical information. This is medical information for the active jumpers. The nice thing is that there's one page, personnel, where all the information gets stored, all the information gets edited, all these other pages pull from it. Wing loading, you'll notice that this is again active jumpers, and these are the sizes that you had in the worksheet, but let's go back to personnel. Let's make these people active and check out what happens to wing load. Well, there it is. They added them, and it's color coded based on a range, and I picked ranges based on what I saw in the sheet you had done. I can show you how to edit those. Let's see, the team gear page. Left it the same with the exception of is it ready and is it in the loft. I also put a drop down for the jumpers. This drop down pulls only from the list of active jumpers. So it'll always be a list of people who are actively on the team if you wanted to check something out to somebody. And then again on the, if we jump back to the dashboard, it lists who has parachutes checked out. So if we go back to that team gear page, and this one happens to be checked out by Brody. It really depends on the date too. So we'll say 07/1/25. As soon as I do that, I go back to the dashboard. Holy cow! There's Brody. There's the chute. There's the date that he signed it out. Historical jumps stays the same. That's a working page where it stores everybody's jumps and it still collects them so that they're collected every Sunday night. Even though these pages have to exist in order to get the data, 25, 26, 27, 28, I thought it was a little bit of a pain in the ass for you to have to go to a separate page for the jump graphs. So if you take a look at this, here are the class jump graphs for active jumpers. Now when I created this page at the time, it was Brett and Chris had been active, but they wouldn't be. You would only see this if you did it again. So the last thing is that while you know that you can go to File, Revision History, or Version History and see the version history, and it'll show you over here what changes have been made, it doesn't show you what changes are made until you click on those. So what I did was I created a page here called Change Log. And what it does is if you go back to the dashboard, there's this little box up here. It says Log Changes. If you click that, oh yes, okay, I know, show. if you click that and then you make a change on the personnel page or anywhere else for that reason, let's just say that you want to change Brett's weight of his gear. Brett's gear weight is actually 22. All right, that's it, no problem. So we go back, and of course, what it'll do is that'll change his wing loading. But if you go check changelog, you'll see that it captured the date, who it is, that's me, which page it was on, which cell it is, what the original value is, and what the new value is. So now you could go in and you could see who's made any changes at any time. We could also have it do it automatically. The reason I put this little checkbox is that it takes a lot of computer resources to do it all the time, so I just left it off. That's pretty much it, guys. If you have a question or if there's something you would like to see or see done differently, I'd be happy to do it. I do think that this page seems to show you whose certification is ready to expire, whose recurrency is ready to expire, where the gear is, what gear needs work, what the team, so I did this. I did calculate the number of jumps for active jumpers, again, for the academic, or the 7/1, July 1 to next year, so it would cover this summer in the academic year. I can show you how to change those dates however you'd like. It does calculate jumps in the past 30 days for active jumpers, jumps in the past 60 days, the average number of jumps overall per active jumper, and then it gives the person there with the most. You can tell me what you want here. I'd be more than glad to help out in terms of that. And then again, this opportunity to see any factor in the personnel page, I was wondering what everybody's date of birth was. And what I'd really like to do is sort them by date of birth. Wow. So let me know what you got. Hope you like it. Thanks.